Hello everyone, welcome to another creative snack. Today we are going to be drawing my favourite thing to draw. It was the thing I set myself as a challenge to learn how to draw when I decided I was spending far too much time on the computer and I wanted to get back to using my hands to create art, and that is flowers. You can probably tell from this that I love flowers. I love drawing them. I love picking them, growing them, displaying them, wearing them. I love flowers. So what I want to do today is I want to show you how you go from your standard flower, flat flower, and draw something a little bit more 3D. That was drawn very much from just drawing lines and shapes and allowing that composition to come together very organically. So essentially, this is a doodling exercise. This is because doodling is a way of expressing yourself in a non-verbal way. Doodling is good for stress relief. Just the act of doodling is really good for focus, concentration, as I said, stress release, well-being. And I don't want you to get hung up on, oh, Georgie, I'm drawing a peony and it doesn't look like a peony. That's not what we're trying to do today. I'm giving you the language of a flower. So please don't expect a perfect rose, a perfect peony, a perfect anemone. Don't expect that today. You will get something that looks like a flower that you're pleased with, and it will have your signature to it because it's come from your way of drawing lines. And also, the reason I'm doing creative snacks is because it's a well-deserved mental break and a fantastic way to recharge. All right, let's get on with it. Over to the drawing board. The first thing I want you to look at when you think about drawing flowers is no flower is a perfect circle. This is a circle. This is a squished circle. It's actually slightly oval. This one definitely is. So if you imagine, if there was an imaginary border around this flower, that would be an oval. That's a squished circle. We're going for ovals today. If you're following along on this video, I invite you to draw an oval, a squished circle, okay? And roughly plot the center of that, which is around here. And then from there, actually I'm going to do this in pencil. I know that that's the center of my flower. I'm going to do, again, don't use straight lines, do nice little guidelines which are slightly bent. Nothing in life is straightforward. Okay, so from here I'm going to draw another oval. It's got a big oval, and then we've got it's a semi-oval. Let's call it a semi-oval as opposed to semicircle, semi-oval. And as you can see, I've done these little tails here. Now, the next thing you want to do is draw your first petal. Okay, now you could use this guideline if you want. Let's draw that in there. And again, normally I wouldn't put things centrally, but just for the purpose of this video, I'm keeping everything really simple. And then think about where that center is again. And then again, draw another petal. And then another petal. All right, and if I get my Sharpie now, just so you can see, I'm going to draw this in. We have a flower. Now, as you can see, as I'm drawing this in, I'm getting away from straight lines and I'm giving the lines of the flower, of the petals, some movement just by undulating them slightly. Probably for the next video I need to get myself a new Sharpie. Alright, there we go. And then for this centre, I'm going to keep this quite simple, and actually I'm just going to have little seed heads. These are always quite nice to draw. They're just, again, lots of oval shapes. These are squished, very thin ovals. There we are. Okay. That is a lot more alive than the standard flat flower. And that's starting to look a lot more realistic, for want of a better word, and less naive, I guess, than this. When you get into fine liner drawing, you use lines to describe the flower. So for this, I'm going to put some flower lines in like so. It's weird working with a Sharpie for this because I normally use really, really thin fine liners. All right, now just to prove this again, this theory of using ovals, I'm going to draw a really thin oval now. Central point is about here, and we're going to draw an oval here. If you look at the center of flowers, if you want to bring something different to each flower that you draw, look at different centers of flowers, because you could have things sticking up, you can have things around the edges, you can do all sorts of things. You could add more petals. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to this squished one. Okay, so you've got that one. Then again, you've got your lines coming out to sort of mark the beginnings of the petals. And from here, I'm actually going to go from that center point, and I'm going to draw from there over to there. As you can see, like I said at the beginning, I'm just really messy with this process. I like to kind of feel my way through it, to be honest. Those ones would probably be a bit smaller because they're, again, it's perspective. Okay. And you can see now you're looking through that flower, like almost foreshortened now, just from an oval. The shape and the size of the oval will give your flower its structure. And there we have the basics. Again, I will then take the outline of what I've done, create some undulating petals, because no petal is perfect. That's what's so lovely about them. But when you bring them together as a whole, they make something gorgeous. Individually, each petal is unique. So don't make them all the same. That's what gives these flowers their charm, is making sure they're not all the same. And then we could put the ovals around the edge for this one. Maybe. And then maybe I'll just do some dots. That's a whole another tutorial, to be honest, doing fine liner pen and teaching you how to do shading with simple marks. I will do that at some point. There we go. Let's give that a stalk as well. So there you have two very different flowers from an oval. Have a go, let me know how you get on. This is part one of this flower tutorial, so I will be back and show you how to create different shapes very simply using ovals. Have fun with it. See you soon. How did you get on? Did you manage to create a flower? I'd love to know. Please share. I'd love to see down in the comments. So that's what I did. Pretty happy with that. And with practice, doesn't take long before you're going to be creating something like that. And I will be coming back with some more tutorials on how to create flowers that go up, flowers that go down, different shapes of flowers. If you like this, please let me know, and you would like to see more fine liner tutorials. I'm always open to suggestions. Have a super day. Take time for yourself. Take time for your creativity. Your sanity will thank you for it. Have a good one, everyone. See you soon. Take care. Bye. Here's my attempt. No, let's do that again. I've lost it. Oh no, it's here. This today is about doodling. Doodle, 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 doodle. It won't look like a specific botanical, beautiful, amazing I can't say it. Animatonically. I can't say it. Okay, we'll just have to try a different word. See you soon. Don't know what else I'm saying. Blah, 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 blah. Voila. Adios. Ciao.